So today we will talk about a very recent significant step taken by the cabinet and which is the increasing the marriage age for girls to 21 years. This is a very significant step and which is basically main purpose is to end the child marriage and improving the health of women. So in this video we will talk about what is the main advantages of increasing the age for girls to 21 years, and we will also talk about the Jaya Chetli committee recommendation after that this step has been taken, and what is the main advantages of this step, what is the main disadvantages of this step, and what is the way forward. This is only an aspect, but if you talk about the end of child marriage and basically to improving the health, this is the one aspect, but there are also many other scenarios which we need to take into account. So let's talk about, as I have told you that recently the cabinet clears the bill to increase the minimum age of marriage for girls to 21 years, and this has bring the uniformity among the boys and the girls. So but now the marriage age for both the boys and the girls is 21 years. Earlier it was 18 for girls and 21. So obviously there is time to time there is an inequality between the boys and girls. Now the cabinet has cleared and now there is a uniform and gender equality has been improved. So remember that after the recommendation of the Jaya Chetli committee, remember that this is the Jaya Chetli committee, and after that this step has been taken and this committee is appointed in June 2020. So remember that. If you talk about the brief history, then remember that there are the many in the Britishers time also there is a demand for increasing the age of marriage. There are the many steps has been taken for the women empowerments, like the widow remarriage and the age of consent age if you talk about. So this is the first step actually taken during the Britishers time, and the age of consent age 1981 if you talk about. So remember that it set the age of consent for sex from 10 to 12 years. Why not actually directly contest to marriage, but also this is the consent for sex from 10 to 12 years of girls. This is the main agenda if you talk about. Another, if you talk about the very important act is known as the Sarda Act. It is also known as the Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929, and this has came. So after that there has been set the age of marriage for girls to 14 years, and if you talk about the age of boys for marriage is 18 years if you talk about. So there is an amendment in 1949 if you talk about, and now the 15 for girls in the Sarda Act, and actually this is for girls. If you talk about, there is a further amendment in 1978 and which actually set the age 18 for girls for marriage if you talk about, and 21, and till now this has been continuous if you talk about. So remember that. Obviously this will take a subsequent amendment into Hindu Marriage Act and a Special Marriage Act if you talk about 1954, which is for the other religions if you talk about except Hindu. Remember that. If you talk about, there is a Christian Marriage Act 1971, and another is the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, very significant act in the context of child marriage. So remember that, which is in 2006. So obviously this is a brief background, and the amendment will take place in all these acts. So remember that. If you talk about what laws need to be changed, then there will be an amendment. So obviously what is the amendment is required, either there will be a clause step down or there will be an addition of clause will take place in all these acts. So there will be an amendment in all these acts will take place. Remember that. So if you talk about, there is a Jaya Chetli committee, is very important committee, and this committee has given some recommendation if you talk about. Remember that in June 2020, the Ministry of Women and Child Development set up this committee headed by the Jaya Chetli. So what is the main purpose of the Jaya Chetli committee? It basically to look at the overall women empowerment. And if you talk about the mandates which is given by the government, then remember that one of the main mandate is to look at the correlation between the ages of marriage with the women nutrition. Obviously there is a nutritional status day by day is improving, but still there are the child and the women and men that nutritional status up to the mark is not there. Another very important is to look at the correlation between the ages of marriage with the health, and which is the most important is the anemia if you talk about. In the National Family Health Survey 5, it clearly shows that there is an increase in anemia in both the child and the women and the men. So anemia is one of the things which has not improved in the National Family Health Survey as comparison to the National Family Health Survey 4 if you talk about. So this is very important. If you talk about, look at the correlation between the IMF. So what is the IMR? If you talk about it, is the infant mortality rate. Remember that if when the child is born, so child is died before celebrating their first birthday, is known as the infant mortality rate. So next, if you talk about the MMR, means the maternal mortality rate. What do you mean by the maternal mortality rate? If you talk about here, what happens actually, the mothers die. So during their pregnancy, so according to the data, there are the 214 women actually died during pregnancy per lakh women. So this is known as the maternal mortality. And other social indices, if you talk about, is the mandate of the Jaya Jetli committee. Now, what are the recommendations actually given by the Jaya Jetli committee? If you talk about, the age of marriage need to be increased to 21 years. And remember that this is not by applying in their office, but while going into the field, talking to the university, talking to the women itself, especially in the privileged SC and ST community. So this is while going to the field. After in the Rajasthan, UP and even in Haryana, the women has also said that marriage age need to be increased up to 20 to 22 years. So remember that. So now this committee has recommended that increasing the age to 21 years, and this is all about it. If you talk about another recommendation, if you talk about the government to look into the increasing access to school and colleges for girls, including their transportation from the far-flung area. If you talk about, this is the very important recommendation. I would say it is very important, and even more than important, the increasing the age. Because if you look at the situation, if the girls are empowered and girls are educated, obviously there will be no early marriage will take place. This is the highly important. So this is very important. So need to provide the education. It will not only improve the marriage age, but also the nutritional status, the health status, and the educational status overall of the society, as well as the nation, state and district, if you talk about. So this is the very important. Another word said that there is need to improvement in the transportation. Let's say if there is a school is very far, let's say 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, and the roads are very kacha. Roads need to be improved, and obviously there is a transportation access, so girls can go to the school and retain there. So this is very important, especially in the far-flung areas. Is the very important recommendation if you talk about. Another is the skill and the business training need to be provided to the girl. Or another very important recommendation is the sex education need to be provided in school rather than considered it as a taboo, and there should be a talk in the sex education if you talk about. And what Jaya Jetli committee said that these three recommendations need to be applied first, and after that what need to be done is the awareness campaign on a massive scale need to be take place. But not question is not the awareness campaign, but where we should start the awareness campaign, especially in those areas where the child marriage is taking place, like the Rajasthan, Haryana, if we talk about the Bihar, Karnataka and the UP. So these are the areas where we can start the awareness campaign is very important if you talk about, and encourage the social acceptance of this increasing age to 21 years. And this is the very important, because otherwise it lead to the coercive measures. If you talk about the main purpose of the Jaya Jetli committee is to increase the age of women to 21 years, and the main purpose is to reduce the child marriage and improve the health status of the girls if you talk about. So remember that if you talk about the effects of the child marriage and why there is a child marriage, then remember that there is a child marriage and there are the many steps. First is the lack of awareness and not following the law. And lack of awareness and not following the law, and with the addition of lack of education in the end, awareness is the main factor if you talk about. So after that there is a effects of the child marriage if you talk about. It actually reduces the education life, cut short their education, harm the health, and we shown in the anemia, as I have told you, the psychological effect of the marriage, and this is how actually the health is linked with the marriage if you talk about. There are the more domestic work. Remember that. So as the early age they are marrying, then they have to spend the more life and the more ages in the work, and obviously if they are not educated, then they will not go out and they will not work outside. So there are the more domestic work or more domestic labor if you talk about, as compared to men if you talk about. Remember that there is a poor nutrition. Obviously there is a poor nutrition. There is a social isolation. Obviously they will not go out, so they will at home, so there is a social isolation will take place. There will be a more domestic violence if you talk about. Early child bearing, means if there are some girls, if marrying at the age of 16, at let's say age of 17, or let's say age of 18, then there will be early childbearing at the age of 19, at the age of 20, or if the some girls are married at the 22 or 23, then the first child might come in 25, 26. So this is the early childbearing. Remember that. Less decision making power at home as well as, and obviously there is no outside power, and the lack of opportunities in the society is the effects of the child marriage, if you talk about. So remember that these are the effects. Now that's why this is the very significant step. Now look at the advantages of this step, if you talk about. Remember that now there is a uniform age. So there is a demand of the uniform age between the boys and the girls for marriage. So remember that now there is a uniform age. So there is a improvement in the gender equality, and mindset of the people will also take place. This is the very important step. And as I have told you, so these are the effects of the child marriage. So if there is a decline in the child marriage, so there is a all-round development of all these factors. This is the very important, as I told you. So there is a all-round development for girls, and it will lead to the women's empowerment in the society, if you talk about, and it will lead to the more decisional making power, more opportunity in the society, and there will be a social acceptance in some type will come. Remember that. So as I have told you, there is a change in the social perception will take place, and more demographic dividends means there will be a less child. Further, obviously National Family Health Survey clearly so now the 2 child per women, and obviously there will be a less child in the future as well, and it will be a health benefits to the women and to the girl is very important, and all round development of the women, child, family will also take place, and obviously there will be opportunity outside, and they will improve outside as well. So these are the main advantages of the increasing the age of girls for to 21 years is very important. Now we will talk about the another facets, which is the disadvantages, if you talk about. So after the advantages, if you talk about the disadvantages, so there are some issues related to the increasing the age of marriage to 21 years for girls. So first is the threat to declare the age of marriage below the 21 year as illegal. So remember that this is not the actual threat which is trying to define. So obviously government will take care, and government will add that this will be applied from this date. So obviously this is not the actual threat. If we talk about, firstly, it is a tool for exploitation by parents might come, and another is the more coercive measures can take place to approve the marriage. Obviously it will take place and might lead to the large scale of breaking of law. So this is the very important issues related to the marriage of girls. Otherwise there is no significant issues related to the marriage of a. This is a overall, if you talk about, this is a very significant step taken by the government of India. Now these are the all steps. Now what we need to do to improve the health status and to reduce the child marriage among the girls, if you talk about. Firstly, if you talk about the awareness campaign, and this is also recommended by the Jaya Jetli committee. So it awareness campaigns not only about the some NGO will go some areas and aware. It should also engage the child, also engage the girls, also engage their parents. So there will be a more and more community engagement should be take place, and it will actually increase the awareness campaign of the NGO, civil society organization, government, bureaucrats, and the field areas. Obviously these are. So remember that if you talk about now, the more education need to be provided, especially at the elementary, higher secondary, and obviously at the colleges, and if further possible then after that. So remember that. So more education. There must be a direct cash transfer can be one of the areas which if we do, so there will be a direct cash transfer. So there will be some improvement if you talk about the financially. So remember that. Another is the very important, the Karnataka model is very important. In the Karnataka model there are the certain laws which actually declare if that will happen, if the child marriage have happened below that would be declared as illegal, and it will be a term as jail. So that is the Karnataka model can be applied throughout the country. So remember that. If you talk about access to safe and affordable transport to reach not only to education but also to hospital and other area for the overall improvement, if you talk about decentralizing the birth and the marriage registration to the Gram Panchayat basically to provide the documents. So there will be access to the Gram Panchayat very easily, and it will provide the documents, and they can claim their rights very easily. So remember that if you talk about gender equality, conversation is very important, because in the schools and in the colleges there is no gender equality conversation, and if happens then there are some stereotypes is also other to it. So there should be a more and more happy gender equality conversation in the schools and colleges should take place. So remember that girls school club can be took place for informal network after the formal in school and colleges and in NGO. So there should be some girls school club for the informal network. If we talk about more interaction with the rural community and community engagement, as I have told you, this is a part of the awareness camp. What are the things which we need to do to end the child marriage and to improve the overall women empowerment? So this is the very important. Thank you guys. Hope you will like this video.